And we are live. It's Chris and Emily from LifterLMS, and you know what day it is. It's Feature Friday, now on Tuesday. And today we're going to go over a really important topic, which is about how to get your learning management system website ready for launch. We're going to show you how to test the user experience, which is something you should absolutely do before you launch. Emily's going to go into some of the best practices when testing, getting ready for launch. We're going to show you how to do it. And I've got an exciting curveball to throw at the end with another challenge related to testing a LifterLMS website before launch. You should always test before you launch. Not only is it a good thing to do, but it's a good peace of mind that you can give yourself and your project as you go to do the big launch and get people using your site. Over to you, Emily.
Thanks, Chris. So let me pull up my screen. So like I said, we're going to show you a few things that you can do to make sure your LifterLMS website is ready for launch. I'm going to show you 3 things that you don't want to miss. I'm going to highlight which 3 things you don't want to miss before you launch your website, and then also 3 things you can do to test your website and get the most out of making sure your website is live. So the 3 things we don't want to miss when we're about to publish a LifterLMS website is, number 1, that our quizzes are published. So when we go into the course builder and edit one of our courses with the LifterLMS course builder, and when we're working with, I think it's for assignments too and for quizzes, but in the upper right hand corner there's this publish button. You want to make sure that these are checked so that your students will be able to see your quizzes and assignments. It's possible with LifterLMS to build assignments and quizzes in draft mode, so that's why checking this box is really important before you go live. The second thing you're going to want to do before you go live is make sure that your certificates are connected and that all of your engagements are set up to trigger. If you're using the LifterLMS engagement system to award certificates, award achievements, or send emails, it's not enough to just add your certificate right here on the back end. You also need to go to engagements, add new, and make sure that there is a trigger created. So when course is completed, give certificate. So that when the course is completed, there's a way to give someone a certificate. So when a student completes a course, they will earn a certificate, and then all of these are linked up. So all of your engagements are created in addition to having your emails, certificates, and achievements created. The third thing you don't want to miss when you're going to launch a LifterLMS website is, if you go to LifterLMS settings checkout, you want to make sure that you have a payment gateway installed and activated and enabled with live keys. So I'm on a test website now, so I'm in test mode, but we want to make sure that we have a LifterLMS payment gateway, because even if you create a paid access plan on a course, your access plan section might not show up if you don't have a payment gateway enabled. So we want to make sure that we have the manual gateway enabled if we're using the free plugin, or have Stripe, PayPal, or Authorize.net enabled, or even LifterLMS WooCommerce if you're using that. You want to make sure you definitely have a way to sell the courses. All of your completed course actions are set up with engagements, and your quizzes and content within the course are set to published. Now, once you have all of that ready and you're ready to launch, there's 3 ways that you can beta test or run a private beta for your course or membership. So the first way is that we can create a free hidden access plan link on any of our courses or memberships. So if I edit this course and I scroll down to this access plan section, it looks like I have an a la carte. You can purchase the course individually, or it comes with the membership. But if I want to have a user test my course, I can have a free access plan that is hidden, so nobody can find this unless they have a link. And this is private beta test. And so now I can set maybe access expires after 1 month. Save that. And so now I have private beta tester. I can take this purchase link, copy it to my clipboard, and send it to someone I want to test. And that's tip number 2, is to send to a friend to test your private beta with a free hidden access plan link or with a 100% off coupon. LifterLMS has a coupon system, so you could give them a 100% off coupon so they could go right through checkout. But sending either a free private beta link to a friend or a coupon code to the friend for 100% off, that way someone who is not involved with the website build can give it a test, make sure it makes sense, and that the user experience is good. And the last tip for going live is that you can actually use an incognito window or private browsing mode yourself to sign up as a student on your website. So in Google Chrome, it's called incognito window. In Safari, it's called private browsing. All browsers have some form of a way to get into a private browsing mode where you're not logged into your website. It's a completely different window. It's a little hard to demo on this screen share, but it's up in the right-hand corner usually. I don't think you'll see my pop-up window, but new incognito window is an option for me. And then what we can do in that new incognito window when we're signing up is leverage a cool way to get into the website. I could just go sign up right now. If I go to incognito and change my screen share, let me go to here, stop screen, present my academy. Boom. Looks like I have private site enabled, but when we're signing up on our demo site, I can't get to checkout because I have LifterLMS private site turned on, but I'm going to show you a trick you can do with email. So if you have a Gmail account, like magicemilymiddleton@gmail.com, there's a trick you can do, because that might be your website admin email, but you can do a plus at the end of the email. So right at the end, you'll do plus, and then you can do 1, 2, 3. You could do plus marketing or plus tester. And so this will go to magicemilymiddleton@gmail.com because it has that little plus at the end. It's a nice way that you can actually control incoming mail from accounts online. So if you say like Magic Emily Middleton plus spam, if you're signing up for something that you don't want to receive emails from, that's what this tool is meant for. But it's also useful if you're testing out a LifterLMS site before launch to be able to create multiple test accounts that that you can use to make sure your UX is good to go. So that's 3 things you want to make sure you do before you launch your LifterLMS website, and 3 things you can do to test it and make sure it's good before going live. I'll pass it back to you, Chris. What do you think about that?
I think that's awesome. Another couple tips is it's always good to test the website on your phone, and if you have an iPad or a tablet, to test it there as well, which brings us to the curveball. And I want to note, by the way, that if you've never played around with incognito windows or private sites or whatever, or private browsing or whatever, you can also just log out of the website as you and then be in the same browser. So that's also an option. But if for you, Emily, if we could do a test on a website called Responsinator. When I first started building websites, I would use Responsinator to test what my website would look like and how it would perform on a mobile device. Hopefully that website is still around. If you find it, if you could share it, and then we can test your site on that. Were you able to find it?
Yeah, it looks like that one's no longer supported, but I know how to do what I think we're trying to do here. If I go to the Chrome Web Store, it looks like on the Chrome Web Store it's no longer supported, and this website has 120 views a month, and I think it's it's down. But
you got another one? You're gonna
yeah.
take the curveball and you're still gonna hit it.
Yeah. What I like to do in Google Chrome, I use Google Chrome as a browser, but other browsing tools have this ability as well. In addition to just being able to shrink the screen like this and collapse it down to the size of a phone, which is one way that you can do that for responsiveness testing. Another thing that you can do, other than just shrinking your window, is I think it's if I go to inspect, I like to use the inspector, and then here there's an option to in my Google Chrome inspector, I can't really zoom in, but there's a little responsiveness button on the top, and cool. Then I can set the dimensions here for what kind of phone. Is my drop down showing up here?
I'm not seeing the drop down.
Oh, okay. It's just letting me change it to an iPhone SE, an iPad Pro, Galaxy Z Fold 5. You know, it just mimics the sizing for these devices. Surface Duo, I don't know what that is, but there's all kinds of options for devices. So if someone's having a challenge viewing something on a certain device, Google Chrome allows you to edit the dimensions if you wanted to, but also set a dimension of an iPhone XR, for example, and see what that looks like. You can also turn it sideways if you want to see what it would look like if that device was turned sideways. but that's what I like to um, do for my responsiveness testing, is just shrinking the size of the screen or using the developer tools of your browser to change the screen size.
Very cool. Nice job with the curveball. And if you're using a theme like SkyPilot made by LifterLMS, you're going to have no issues because it's 100% designed to flex to any screen size or device or viewport, as we call it. But no matter what theme you're using, it's always good just to test on the phone, because one of our company values is learner results first. And you may be building the website for yourself, you're building an online business and stuff, but a lot of your students may be actually taking the training on a phone or on a tablet. So it's always good to test across all those things. So I would encourage you to spend at least a full day, if not longer, just testing before you launch. And we mentioned the the beta period, the testing period. You can get a friend with a coupon or give them a free access plan. You can do a soft launch where you like make your site live, but don't really do any marketing, or just do a little bit of light marketing to get a little bit of traffic, make sure everything's good. So ease into your launch and do testing. It's always good to do. It's always good to find things in advance of launching your site. But that's it for this Feature Friday. Thank you for the great demo, Emily. And in the next episode, we have more cool stuff for you. Smash the like button. Tell your friends. Let us know what you would like a demo or tutorial about related to LifterLMS. We hope you have a great rest of your day.